Welcome, one and all, to another edition of SoulSym Showcase. As usual, I am your host, SoulSym Mirak, and with us this evening we have Zevril,
All these squares make a circle.
Vyrtuous,
Pineapples do go on pizza. Why does everybody say they don't?
Wondox,
Run your pockets, run your pockets. I need extra cheese and pockets.
Mojo,
Yep.
and last but most assuredly never least, the Maha.
I live my life only going up.
On a Tuesday, but it's Friday. Um, uh, and that means this is Aspects and Boys episode 25. Last week, we witnessed the Aspects fight their first Mantle Slayer, and boy oh boy, was that a tense battle that ended rather abruptly with the magic Gatling gun of Virtuous, um, of the Virtuous clone army. The conflict showed the aspects that while they are quite capable in terms of their individual strengths, there are entities out there that still do pose a significant threat to their safety. And we are currently picking up with the immediate aftermath of the conflict, with Wondox having secured the mask responsible for the Mantle Slayer in a bag of holding, I believe it was.
Yes, it's my bag of holding.
And upon doing so, uh, can you give me an insight check, or would I need to roll it for you?
You're gonna have to.
All right. So that's a Wondox. Sith, would you mind, or Zevro, would you mind rolling that their insight
I'm
check?
ruling his insight for him.
Yes.
Yeah, I can do that. It's a Wondox, and that's an insight.
Oh, wonderful. Considering
That's a nat one, buddy. That's
uh,
a nat one, buddy.
we'll use advantage for that one.
Then it's a 19.
Yes. So with a 19, uh, you notice that the crazy man is eerily quiet. Um, and further investigation reveals that he is absent for the moment.
Like he's gone? Or is he just a comatose in here?
Um, you can't really see him or sense him. Um, but you get the feeling that he's not gone for good, but he's at least gone for now.
Huh. Okay, that's different. Because usually there's not a lot of people who just disappear in my headspace outside of like pop. But that's about it. Huh. And I'm not gonna push that forward. I'm just gonna let that be as it be. Because gotta talk to the group now.
So, um, with the conflict that just occurred, how is everyone feeling? start with Maha. What's Maha thinking right now?
Ugh, I'm hungry. I went up for some food. Oh wait, isn't this moon like falling? Someone should call something for that.
Zevril.
Thaddeus. That's what we got. A good old Mr. Thaddeus. For I assumed when Saul didn't go back to it that Mr. Thaddeus had solved that problem.
Yes, that between Thaddeus and Asterisk, the falling is no longer an issue. There's still a hole in the domicile that is currently being repaired, but for now the moon is stable. Vyrtuous, how you feeling, man?
Uh, after a good stretch, I guess the clones would all vanish. I don't even get a chance to use this thing properly, but I did get some ideas. He's looking at his glaive, and then once Maha mentions food, an idea will come to mind. Oh, you know what? I'm on it. And he teleported to the kitchen. Whatever the group has to do, I vote yes. His voice would kind of just echo behind.
Prince Mojo, how you feeling, sir?
He's still angry.
That's understandable. You did rage.
Like he's not a quick, oh, I'm done raging kind of guy. Like he's still angry. Like he's looking for something to stomp out at this moment. Because it's just like he's minding his own business. Every time he leaves, he comes back. People are in danger and fighting. He's just like, I can't leave y'all alone for 5 minutes. Like he's trying to collect himself, and like the swarms are like buzzing around him in like a nice like calming tone as they're kind of going back in, trying to push out more of the calmness and put away the rage.
Hey Prince,
What?
let's hash this out, right?
As he's being distracted by Maha, I cast calm motions on him.
Oh no. This is in our blood to be angry. Don't let him cast simple spells on you.
You don't see it because it's behind y'all. So unless you can see, unless you can see magic, you don't see me doing shit.
So here's the
I
thing. That's
I
not
definitely
really.
can't.
Yeah, it's not even that I see it. It's the
Oh, I know
fact
you-
that I still have all my shit up. So unless you can beat like a fucking 200, like unless like I'm gonna beat any save that you have me making right now. Like he's fuming.
You ask if it's a save.
Yeah, I mean, realistically speaking, unless you can pump your DC to like 100 plus,
Again,
he's gonna
it
cut
was
through
an
if he
attempt.
tries.
It was an attempt, and again, if it don't cut through, it don't cut through.
Fair enough.
And I just walk away. Yeah, I look, and I go look for Virtuous and tell him, I can make food, right?
He just
Also, Virtuals, you're going to see a very worried looking version of Mojo in the kitchen trying to put together some meals.
Oh damn,
Oh no, he's in there.
Mojo! I just left you.
He's just
You're upstairs. Oh wait, are you a clone? Do you have your own name?
I think they named me Duo.
Yeah, that's a cool name. I like that. You look like you're freaking out though, buddy. What's going on?
The prime one's really pissed. Normally we make cake and we relax, but I don't know if that's gonna make it. So I am taking some of that anxiety he's feeling and throwing it into cooking.
Huh? Why not just let him fight Kura?
That might work too, but he's still gonna be hungry.
Oh yeah. We can kill two birds with one stone. We'll make some food, and they can crash out. We have like a whole danger room for that.
Yeah. But this is my danger room, and he just you just see the flame of the skillet he's holding just kind of go up, and he's like, "Ah, shit, my rice."
Ooh, my fault.
So, Maha and Mojo Prime ventured to the danger room to scrap it out and extend use of their rage.
Maha is always angry.
You don't know my secret.
You know.
So, and Zevril, I'm sorry, Vyrtuous is in the kitchen cooking with Duo. Wondox is headed where? Yeah, Wondox is.
He said kitchen.
Yeah. Also in the kitchen. Yeah. And so, what is Zevril doing at this moment?
Zevril is very, very annoyed. He was kind of like lost in a strategic thought when he had noticed everybody had left, and looking around in that moment, seeing that everybody was gone, Zevril is going to do what he does best and zip off into his shadow, because he needs to make something now. He needs to make a few things because he didn't like how that fight went. So he has to. He's got to do the Batman Tony Stark thing now, and make sure it never happens again.
The contingency plans must be restocked,
expanded upon. Yeah, like no, I mean, I've had a habit of doing this. Every time we've had a major fight and something that I do doesn't work, I immediately have to go and expand on it. Like, all right, that didn't work. All right, we're updating that. Fuck that. But I'm like, none of my damage types work. I have almost all of the damage types available, and I only did 76 damage to this man. I'm like, nah, now I have to go update all of the damage types. Now I have to go get all of the advanced damage types as well. I'm like, nah. Zevril took that personally. Like, I can literally do almost the entire tree of damage, and he was immune to all of it. Zevril took that personally. He's very annoyed right now.
He was immune to most of it. He was resistant to the other half.
Which is why I'm shocked he only took 76 damage. That's why I said Zevril took that personally. In 40 hours, he took 76 damage. Zevril took that personally.
Yeah.
I'm like, I can literally do the entire tree of damage, and then I have summons that also do the damage as well. I'm just like, nah, fuck that man. Zevril's high. Zevril's just like, nah. You mean I fought you for 40 hours, I can do all this damage, and I did this little damage to you? Nope. We're gonna make that's never happening again. I took that personally. Like, Zevril's literally just sitting there. He's the MJ meme, and I took that personally.
All right. So
he looks up, notices everybody is gone. He's just like, you know what? I gotta go do some work anyways, and just slips off into a shadow.
All right. So Zevril is in the workshop. Wondox
No, Zevril's in the necropolis.
in the necropolis. I apologize. Um, uh, Wondox is in the kitchen with Vert and Duo.
No, actually, I stopped. I'll be real. I was about to go, but I'm like, that's
That's what now?
so I'm gonna let them go cook, and I'm just gonna chill right now, looking at Mojo and Big Maha.
Oh, so you eating popcorn? You press to digitize some popcorn and you watching the show?
Oh, I mean, I can create food, so I just did that.
Okay. You made yourself some food, whipped it up.
Yeah,
Okay.
this actually creates food, and it's
Now,
unfortunately. Hold on, I need someone to roll me 1d12.
all right. Yeah.
Are you doing create food and water? Yeah, I got you.
No, right? No, it's literally it's just. But unfortunately, when I do it, it creates enough. Yeah, okay, that's enough. It's 8 days worth of popcorn for an army of for an army.
8 days worth of popcorn is crazy.
And that
Bro,
one
you
is
gave
what?
me that stuff. You gave me that stuff. Don't
And
play
that
this.
one is 8 days worth of popcorn?
Yeah,
That's crazy. What's a 12?
12 days worth of popcorn.
Oh. Okay then.
Yeah, that's the 1d12 part of this.
Huh.
So you rolled a 1 and got 8.
Right, I was trying to
I'm
understand the
muted.
math on that too.
I rolled a 1d12 and got an 8.
Oh, okay. Okay, got you. Okay.
Well, I was
So
like,
he
Oh,
was
he's going off of Maha's.
yeah.
yeah,
Got you.
but if okay, so yeah, I'm gonna take Zevril's 1 and go with that 1 day's worth of food. That's gonna be a lot more easier to stuff in like a pocket dimension.
All right. So while you're eating your popcorn,
Mm-hmm.
you are approached by a familiar voice. Wondox, where uh have you given any thought to your training? That was kind of brutal back there. What you guys had to go through. What almost happened?
Yeah, I'm assuming it's north.
Yeah.
I sit back on the wall and I say, "Yeah, it's something." I don't want to say we need some extra, but we might need some extra.
Yeah, cause your your magic wasn't terribly useful, and while you're fast, you're not utilizing your speed properly. So I think you know how you can fix this. You need to use the matrix. Put it on. It'll help.
Wondox looks into his bag of holding, puts his hand in, and he pulls out a what would almost be confused for medallion if you didn't know what it was. But it's a medallion with multiple lights and circuitry running through it, going back and forth, blinking, almost looking like a center core. I'll do it later today. I also want to talk to Ian.
Okay. Well, uh, if you have any questions, you know where to find me.
Yeah, I'll talk to you in a bit.
You've got potential. You need to use it.
Understood. And he puts the 4 back into the pocket space for right now.
All right. And for those of you who are wondering what it was that was given to Wondox, I shall drop the dealy deal in the chat for all of you. Or what Wondox pulled out, I should say. This team. And while you are, or after you're done conversing with North, you recognize, or you see that Mojo and Wondox have, not Wondox, Mojo and Maha have traded several blows. Maha has conjured ethereal weapons, astral weapons, I'm sorry, and Mojo has dispersed several swarms, and it is a clash fit for beings of your caliber. We are going to pause with you and step over to Zevril in the necropolis. What what type of contingencies are you working on? What are you building up?
Making sure I have a way to use every type of damage possible. So, like, because like I know I already have like cold, hellfrost, fire, hellfire, lightning. I don't know whatever the secondary version of lightning is. I don't, huh? Plasma. Yeah. So I don't. Okay. So the only way I have to do plasma is the rail bow. So I at least have that. Thunder. I don't know what the secondary of thunder is. Vacuum. Yeah, I don't have a way to do vacuum unless I get clever and start combining shit. Poison is acid, which is blighted. Which I don't know if you gave me the ability to do blighted yet. There's radiant. What's the secondary for radiant? Is there a secondary for radiant?
Celestial.
Celestial, okay. And then obviously I got necrotic. What's the secondary for necrotic? Yeah, see, sorry, now you understand necrotic, why I've been asking these questions.
Necrotic was blighted.
So necrotic is blighted.
Yes. Poison's enhancement is venom.
Acid's enhancement is venom, because it would go poison, acid, then venom. Then. Yes.
I guess. Well, yeah. I guess venom would be the enhancement to both of them, because acid and poison are different types of damage, but.
Yes, but I would assume venom is worse than both poison and acid.
Yes.
Because acid is worse than poison. Yeah, so then I would go poison, acid. If it was like a 3-stage Pokemon, it'd be poison, acid, then venom. Could I punch hard enough to do vacuum? I should have never looked in the chat. Necrotic, blighted, radiant, celestial, psychic.
Psychic is cerebral.
Cerebral? Mm-hmm. Like cerebral palsy?
Cerebral is in your brain.
I'm making sure.
Yeah.
Look, I'm making sure I heard what you said. So yeah, cerebral. Yes. All right. Are there any other types of damages that are in your game that I need to be aware of? Because I'm trying to cover everything.
Terrified is the enhanced fear.
You said what?
Terrified is the enhanced frightened.
Put that one in the chat. For some reason, I'm not making out with. Are you saying verified? What are you saying?
Terror.
Oh, terrified. See, that's what I said. I wasn't making out what you were saying. I'm like, what was that? Okay, terrified. Got you.
I have discrepancies.
Terrified actually does damage. Like terrified is a damage type instead of just a status effect.
Terrified can cause you to do harm to yourself, whereas frightened just like makes you run away from stuff.
Okay, yes, but like I'm going for like fire damage, hellfire damage, plasma damage, poison damage, venom damage, celestial damage, necrotic damage. So, because I'm pretty sure there's not a terrified damage, right?
No.
Okay, so then no, we'll skip over that one. Anything else?
True damage.
Oh, duh, force. No. He's totally right. Force.
Force and true.
And yeah,
Soul
which is
damage.
and then true.
Force and true.
Which is that is soul damage is true damage. That's what Mike, he was totally right. Okay, so piercing, bludgeoning, slashing, cold, hellfrost, fire, hellfire, lightning, plasma, thunder, vacuum, poison, acid, venom, radiant, celestial, necrotic, blighted, psychic, cerebral, force, and true. We're not missing anything. You don't think we're missing anything?
Crush, skewer, and serrated.
Crush. 1, 2, 3, 4. Nothing compares to crush, skewer, and what was the last one? Serrated. Okay.
So, while you are poring over all of your information, trying to find a way to harness these damage types, you hear a voice, a very familiar voice, a very soothing voice. You seem oddly infatuated with life at the moment. What's going on in that head of yours?
Almost without meaning to respond, like as if it was a knee-jerk reaction, he would say, like without even meaning to, preserving life preserves death. It is a cycle after all. I'm learning to pay more attention to the other half of it. Well,
Good
no.
answer.
I'm learning that to acknowledge the attention that I have been paying to it. Because I have been. I just never have acknowledged it before now. I have acknowledged knife. I just pretend not to. That's what I'm learning. As he like stops and realizes, like, and like looks up and like actually like focuses on the thought process that he's having. And then acknowledges the voice. Oh, hello.
So cold. Did I upset you? You missed me? Was your birthday not enough?
My birthday was fantastic, my love. Don't do that. I've been distracted, busy. Things have been different with Watham.
He's so much more fun, isn't he?
He feels closer to my truer nature than Matthew, who I'm starting to really come to terms with the fact that he is just a glutton. A great glutton, my lovely glutton, but just a glutton. Which I guess there's an aspect of death for gluttony, is there not?
Yeah, that is true. The 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 amount of dead will only ever grow. Very rarely does it decrease. Life, on the other hand, is a very finite thing that also never really stops now, does it?
We hope it never does. We hope it never does.
Now,
What do I owe this fantastic visit to? This must be draining for you. Not that I'm complaining. You see, like he kind of like has that kind of like schoolboy crush look on his face.
well, I've noticed that you're growing, and I guess, well, maturing is the right word. And I'd like to give you both an incentive and a bit of a reward for your efforts thus far. How
Is my
about
birthday happening again? He has like a mischievous look on his face.
calm down? This is
I'm,
more power.
oh, sorry, my bad. I'm a simple man.
My brother made you the aspect of production, and you've done good with that mantle. And it was leading you to a point where you could understand the temperament necessary to hold a portion of my power as well. You have made many sacrifices, some of them short sighted, yes, but you've done so for the preservation of life. And I hold both sides of that scale. So it's fitting that you carry a portion of that power since you are destined to end up by my side. That is what you are campaigning for, after all, right?
Without a doubt. I wouldn't have it any other way.
Then there's one thing that you still need to do before this is truly yours to bear. And if you think back to the last time we spoke during your envoy encounter, you have you still have something in your possession that is interfering with your ability to harness the power at your disposal. Get rid of that, and you'll actually be able to put this on. Until now, until then, just wear it around your neck. And a luminescent, like a very bright luminescent ring, uh, forms over your sternum, and a chain uh, drapes across the back of your neck, and um, runs through the ring itself, holding it in place. of that bug, you can put on that ring. That's all I've got for you now. Till next time, okay, sweetie?
So, like, when you say get rid of, we're both on the same understanding that I can chuck it into the sun, right?
Ideally, that is what you would do, yes.
Okay. Just making like you see, he like starts nodding. Just making sure. Okay.
All right, Zevril. I will talk to you soon. Continue to preserve the balance. Okay?
She says balance, and he starts repeating that to himself over and over a little bit. It's like, yeah, the balance. Yeah. Life is all about balance, isn't it? Talk to you soon, my love.
Later. Virtuous. Are you there, my friend?
Indeed.
What?
Vert,
Mhm.
while Vert is making a pretty good show of cooking, messing around with all the instruments. Of course, he doesn't actually need to use anything to make food, but there was something about watching like the oil burn, watching food get fried, just watching the entire process, the water interacting with the metal, interacting with the meal itself, that Bert was kind of staring, sort of like lost in thought. But he'd hear Aster in the back of his mind. You can mask your emotions to the others, but you cannot hide them from me. When you are angry, frustrated, just the same as Mojo. Uh, yeah, but it's not like there's anything I can do about it. And that fight kind of helped. And we're gonna go on another mission soon, and then probably another mission after that, and another mission and another mission. So I'll have plenty of things to do to keep me distracted. It's fine. I'm fine. I'll be fine. You are not fine. You are the aspect of creation. You are a prodigy, and by your very nature, you. I need to create. I need to do things. I need to see things. I can't believe I was trapped for how many years in the same place. Just no. I don't know how to. You do not need to put it into words. Just make up for the time you lost. Go. Live. Experience the world. But we have a mission coming, Aster. I can't just. I. You can. Remember, there are two of us. I will take care of things here. You go out, explore, become inspired. Uh, okay. You talking to me? Uh, well, Vert would put down the food and everything. Look at Duo. Uh, you got this, right? I'm sure you got this. You're doing great. We're doing great. And if anything, just ask Aster. I'll I'll be back. And he teleport away.
To where would he teleport?
That's
Where is his
always a
intended destination?
$1,000,000 question. Can I like roll a dice and see where he ends up? He's doing one of his random teleports.
For sure. Give me a D20 and then a D100.
I heard D20. I did not hear the rest.
D100.
Okay. An 11 on the D20, a 37 on the D100.
Okay. All right. Um, a 11 on the 20. The moon haunts you. No. Um, one moment. Okay. You appear uh you appear on the edge of what appears to be a battlefield. There
Oh,
is a wall that you can see in the distance. And between you and the wall are several armies, or two armies, several battalions on each side. They are engaged in a battle, and oddly enough, the sounds of the battle are melodic in nature. There is a cadence and rhythm to the clashing of blades, and the even the shouts seem to be more of a chorus than a rabble.
huh.
There's a level of peace.
Would
Mhm.
okay?
There's a level of peace that would wash over Virtuous as he stood over this battlefield. And then he would hear, "Ah, so you have finally come, brother of our progeny. We wondered when you would return. Tell us."
Bro, look around.
Mhm.
Look over his shoulder. Look at the sky. Look at himself. Did I? Huh?
"How is our young Maharashtra?"
Oh. Um, sitting cross-legged, floating in the air, arms folded. I would answer that, but long, long ago, I heard this thing, a philosophy, very, very wise. It was called stranger danger, and I think I would adhere to it. Who is calling me? Who is speaking to me? Show yourself.
"I am Zirasha, the shifting blade."
Zoroastra. Huh. Can I cast True Sight on myself and look around?
Surely.
All right. It'd be as quick as a simple blink of his eye, but his irises would suddenly almost look like a kind of like a galaxy, different stars shining different colors as he looks around. Very dramatic. I am virtuous. The aspect of creation. See, I can be dramatic too.
We know who you are. Look above you. Do the stars not tell a story? Do they not weave a tapestry of ink that you are familiar with?
He would
Perhaps
glance up for a second and then glance down at his own tattoos, shifting them into a reflection of the stars above to get a better look, kind of looking into his own forearm.
ah, so you see the past of our young. You witness the last of our kind, and you befriend him. For that, you are blood and soul. It is apparent that you are troubled. Tell Zerasha what disrupts your fighting spirit.
Mm, you know, I would, and I will, but information is the most powerful thing in this world. Giving it away that easily is not normally a salubrious thing to do. What I will say though is that I'm just really stressed out, man. Like, I don't know if up there in the cosmos it's the same as down here, but people being connected to other people and the drama that they pull you into and then the drama that you pull them into, and then it's just like a tug of war back and forth of drama, and then there's always one thing to do after another, and everyone wants to relax. Everyone just wants to chill and lay back in the grass and eat popcorn and pineapple on pizza and stare up at the stars. But no, we have to have angst. That's what's bothering me, Zoroaster. The angst of, like, the universe. I have universal angst. He, like, drifted down, sitting in the floor, looking at the
You
battlefield.
use a great many words to say that you do not know your purpose. Angst.
I know my purpose. I create things, and I keep lore. I observe, and I use the observations for inspiration,
You
and I use
know
that
your
inspiration to create new things.
you know your directive. Do not confuse it with your purpose. What you wield and what you are meant to do are not the same.
Mm. Hmm. He, like, opened his mouth several times, raise a finger, close it. Think on that. I guess, but knowing that doesn't bring me any closer.
What brought you peace in your time of bonding?
Well, when we he kind of paused again, feeling like he didn't want to give away too much because he didn't fully trust this individual. But God, did he need to vent? Honestly, just being, just living. I'm not a really complicated person. I don't really have that many lofty goals. I just like seeing people. It's like everybody is a story. Everyone is a whole universe into themselves, and they don't really see that, so they don't do it. And then society, like, wraps us up in foolishness, and people don't get to actually be the stories that they're meant to be, and that bothers me. So seeing people get past that and unlock that, I guess, brings me peace. Is that weird? That feels weird.
It is not as weird as you may believe. Endurance is a virtue that many seek and few ever find. And you, Virtuous, have mastered endurance, but your fear of potential has distanced you from your calling, just as
I
you
mean,
fear to tell me your truth. You fear to embrace it the same.
in my defense, not 15 minutes ago, I was attacked by a mysterious entity out of a mask. So, you know, mysterious voices appearing out of nowhere tend to be hostile more than beneficial. In fact, I think, af besides Asterisk, this is my first potentially beneficial, intrusive voice in my head.
Do you believe that we are in your head right now, young Virtuous? We are not in your head. We are on the great plane, the afterlife of your dear brother,
Oh,
where he is meant to go if he ever departs from his mortal coil.
ah,
You have
okay.
befriended my great 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 grandchild. You call him brother. You wear a talisman made by his hand. That makes you my kin as well. I saw your troubled spirit and came to offer the wisdom of age.
Well, uh, thank you. I, wow. He would actually stand up now. I am honored. And he would offer a traditional Mantonin bow,
Ah, when it
both
is
for your
spelled
wisdom
out,
and to call.
when it is spelled out for you, you know how to conduct yourself. Your caution,
Ah,
your caution does you very little favors. Trust in your instincts, as I am sure you have been told many times before.
yeah, yeah, actually. Okay, then I guess I will. No, not I guess. I will. I shall.
Good.
But I still don't really know what to do. He scratched his head. I mean, I can trust in myself, but does that just mean doing what I've always done, or I
Walk forward. Step onto the battlefield. Enjoy the revelry.
looking at the battlefield, allowing his glaive to materialize in his hands and resting it across his shoulders. He start to, at first, he would start to float, almost reflexively, but then he would land on his feet, feeling his own weight, walking, almost trotting. I could use a little exercise.
Enjoy the blood moon hunt.
He would grin, and his teeth would be fangs. You know, with pleasure.
And as you enter into the fray, you hear, "Whoa!" There is my new aspect of endurance. Ah, I have wanted, how I have wanted a champion for so long. Zirasha, you did a good job finding this one for me. Virtuous, fight well, and when you rise, know that Vyogan is always on your side. Ah, ha, 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 ha.
The voice was almost kind of distant to Vert once he threw himself into the battle, slamming the glaive into the floor and almost pole vaulting into the fight. And surprisingly moving in sync, adding his own sound to the harmony of the battle. Virtuous would be completely lost in the fight, reveling in it.
Next, we have Maharashtra.
I'm here. Testing?
Yes, sir, yes, sir.
Okay.
Next.
Really quick. Keep track of like the time of hours to the time that Vert would disappear.
Yes.
That's what I'll ask.
Yeah, it's been you've been in combat roughly 10 minutes with Mojo before you would notice that Virtuous has gone somewhere, but Aster is still around.
Well, he continue.
How would this information affect Maharashtra?
He'd actually become like way more distracted and a bit sloppy in his technique a bit.
Okay.
As he's trying to get a gauge of Virtuos, but also trying to talk to Asterix in between. So he's definitely like where there was a balance between Mojo and Maha, it's starting to definitely lean into Mojo's favor.
Okay. And as this as your sparring match was going tit for tat, effectively, blow for blow, parries and blocks. Neither of you really landing a solid hit. It's merely glancing blows off of shoulders and upper arms. Um, this attempt to communicate with Asterisk while trying to find out what happened to Virtuos distracts you just long enough for Mojo to land a solid three-piece. Uh, one to the stomach, one to the ribs, and an uppercut to the jaw, dealing 16 points of damage, and causing you to bite the tip of your tongue just a little bit.
Oh!
Um, and how would Maha react to this?
He would. He's he took it, and somehow he's still. He teleports. on towards Virtuous's room first, trying to catch a magic trail. You know, he's sniffing, and then like he would soon very quickly blip.
Okay. Mojo and Maha, roll me d20s. Okay. Um, just as you teleport to your next destination, you would see Mojo teleport right in front of you, poised to swing. Roll me another d20, both of you. And where did you teleport to next, Maha?
Oh, keep in mind, all of these are thunder steps.
Mm-hmm.
So wherever he appears, there is a.
Understood.
He would teleport to the cafeteria.
Okay. And as you boom into the cafeteria, immediately after you land, uh, you are met with the fist of Mojo. Uh, young prince, what would you? Are you speaking right now, or are you just throwing hands?
It's just straight up like, how dare you not take this seriously at this moment? We're like, this is an actual like sparring match, and to call yourself war and not take sparring seriously right now is a disgrace.
Oh, the moment he said that, a disgrace, sir. Your little owner of this dog disgraced my time and my brother's. Where do you get to tell me what I can and can't do? What is disgraceful and what's not?
Prove it then. You lost time, and I can't give it back to you. I can't. It's not in my wheelhouse. But what I can give you is an outlet for this rage, as you are giving me one. So either take it seriously, or I will.
As he says that, I mind link with asterisks really is like as quick as possible.
Asterisk is like
Is
across away from you.
oh well, yeah, it would still be in the mind link. It's is Virtual safe?
He is fine, merely clearing his mind. Commit to your battle.
Fine, Mr. Prince. Let's take this to the danger room.
Just a smile, a clap, and we're there.
Cool.
And Aster would tell him, fight him with all of your might.
When you clap to the danger room, um, during the transition, Maharashtra, you would be met by a lumbering figure in a dark green cloak, with a staff that has a book at its as its figurehead. Someone told me.
I strike it before it speaks.
Wow. Striking before you know. This is interesting.
What are you?
I was told you were interested in harnessing chaos. But in order to harness chaos, you must know the factors first. You are paired to knowledge. Well, her aspect, anyway. And I preside over chaos and knowledge. So, you could say I am your officiate. I have the potential to bond you to the one that you desire most for eternity. Now, before you get antsy, aggressive, understand I am no threat to you. I am one of the kindred. Your power comes from my siblings. So, do you want to harness chaos truly? Or are you simply playing with random nature?
Well, in war there is chaos, yes? So haven't I been using what you are all this time?
You have been reacting to information in an erratic way. I would not exactly call you chaos incarnate. There's a methodology to how you act, to how you strike, and how you parry. It's rather brash, if I may say. It's not a lot of thought behind it. Thought is, well, it's more of my sister's wheelhouse. I just simply know things. But there are things that are unknowable, and I like that. I love it, in fact. It's one of the things that I find joyful in this macabre multiverse of information. The unpredictability of free will, as you all call it, is intriguing to me. Entertaining, in fact. Do you want to move in chaos? Or do you wish to have control?
Hmm. I want control.
Ah, that's disappointing. Control is an illusion. You understand this, right? You can know everything there is to know and still not be able to predict what someone will do with information. That's not control. It's just awareness.
But when there comes awareness, there comes knowing what's next in a way, correct?
You know the possibilities of what is next, but the future is infinite. The present is finite and the past is muted. So, but what I offer, pardon, what I offer is the ability to make the present infinite. You will not know what happens until it happens. For all your intentions, they will follow to the most, to as closely as they can to what you desire, there's always that tiny chance that things will be a bit different than you expected. So what do you say? Um, what would you call the random chance of reaction? If you had to give it a number, 10, 25, 100, 2,000? I'm curious. What would you say is the random chance that you know the reaction of something before it happens?
There isn't a number for that. It's somewhat instinctual, knowing what happens next. But that's due to my influence. Yes.
Oh, okay, you're starting to get it. Maybe I was wrong about you. Maybe she does know what she's talking about. Hmm. We shall give you a test run. Here, take this. And a scroll appears in front of your face. It is bound in black leather with a rainbow strand tying the two ends together. Read over that when you're done getting your steam out. And
I just opened it in his face.
you are quite chaotic. Go, have your fight. And like that, you are in front of Mojo, holding this scroll in your hand, looking at words moving across the page. Nothing is static. Everything is, you know, sliding across the paper and bouncing off of the edges and spinning and rotating. Oh no. Are we back?
Testing, testing.
Cool, cool, cool.
Okay, I'm back.
So, with a wave of his of the hand, you are back in the danger room, standing in front of Mojo with this scroll in your hand. But the letters, or the text on the page, is moving. It's moving. The letters are sliding across the page, spinning, um, uh, spinning clockwise and counterclockwise, drifting towards the edge of the paper and bounding back when it hits the edge. And there are circles and shapes and uh, pictures that are moving and gesturing. And you get a punch in the face. Mojo, can I get another 2d10, please, sir? And your reaction to Maharashtra appearing with a scroll in his hand when you just clapped your, like when you just teleported the two of you from the cafeteria.
He's going to be a little taken aback because he's just like, you are Oh, you say that you don't want to be a disgrace, but then we show up to throw hands, and the first thing I see you do is you pull out a scroll.
Oh, well, this isn't mine. Some book gave it to me. Oh, well, all I remember of him is a book.
We'll worry about that later. Now it's just let's go. We're taking it from the top. Taking it from the motherfucking top.
All right. And Maha stuffs the scroll into his his skin, like a bag of holding.
Okay. Now, uh, Mojo, when you plant yourself to engage in to continue this sparring with Maharashtra, what is going through your mind? What are you processing? What is fueling this aggression that you have?
The aggression. It's not really more of the it's again. It's the fact that while everyone seems to be so powerful, everyone seems to be able to do what they want. They can't seem to keep themselves from either getting into fights or being safe.
And keep it on until we get home so that we can come up.
uh,
Yeah, he's at this point he's just like, you guys want to get this aggression out, we're gonna get it out. We all know who everyone's really mad at when it comes to where most of this hostility is gonna come from. The best thing I can do right now, feeling a little helpless, to rage out, throw hands, release the stress and steam, and just he hasn't had him and himself just having a lot of pent up aggression, being needing the release. Also going, hey, I need to know that if I'm actually gone, you can protect these people. Like you claim to be war, but like war's psychological as well, and just a little provocation, and you were just like, oh, and he's like, no, so we're gonna handle this. He's like, he's having fun, but he's also training.
okay. Uh,
He's like, if he could grab anybody else, he would have grabbed them too. Like he's running the phase with everybody at least once.
okay. So while you are sparring with Maha, you enter into this kind of trance-like state where you are you're very present in your fight, but at the same time you're you're catching glimpses of things yet to be. And there are it's almost like there are threads on your hands that are guiding you to the correct movements, so that your mind can drift into the Congress. Uh, where you have swarms from sensation and swarms from protection and swarms that represent space, all conversing and discussing what is your next step, where the swarm as the larger swarm as a whole is trying to guide you to next or trying to help you achieve next. What is the future for your die? And you're able to see the threads that connect each of the individual die within your swarms to one another. And then the threads that connect them to you, the ground beneath their feet, proverbially. And a a loom, a spinning wheel, can be seen in the tapestry on uh, Maharashtra's skin before you that seems to draw your focus to a point that you are no longer mentally in the danger room. You feel that your body is still parrying and participating in the fight as it was before, as if you had your full focus on it. However, you are not really there. And at this loom, this sewing wheel, you see a young woman. Uh, you see a young woman at this loom, just spinning thread. Mojo, so good of you to join me. Come, sit. Tell me of your day. What is your take on the recent events? How is it that they sit within your soul?
I am. He's gonna like. It's that moment where like he knows and he feels his body moving, but he's just like, hmm. It does because it doesn't just feel more like a psychic connection.
Yes.
Yeah, like it's not every day someone can get inside of my people's head. So he's a little kind of like taken aback a bit. It's just, may I ask who you are and why you've summoned me?
I am Onatsi, the kindred of the weave, fate, foresight, and connection. You have put a great deal of effort into shaping the intention of the other aspects that you travel with, in leaving a positive, lasting impression on this world, minute as it may be. I admire this. There's a great deal of effort that goes into weaving that many overlook. It is nice to gaze upon a finished shirt, a completed dress, a well fitted tuxedo. Very few understand the effort that it takes to weave such complex structures together, to keep them as such, and reinforce them to endure the fate of being worn, the trials of being stretched and impacted. Tell me, what is the image you wish to leave in the wake of these aspects?
I want the world to see them not as gods, not as heroes, but as the standard of what is right.
The standard of what is right. Ah, admirable. Tell me, do you intend to rehabilitate every ne'er-do-well you come across, or simply those that are able to entertain you in close quarters? One task is admittedly nearly insurmountable. The other is far too light to provide any protection. Where do you lie on this scale? Do you wish to achieve the impossible? Or do you wish to simply do enough?
I strive to make the impossible possible and reach beyond it.
Very well. I have my answers. We will speak again. Thank you, young prince, for your time. Return to your spa, and know that Onansi watches over you. Be at peace. And you are drawn back through clouds of mist and uh, fear, pain, frustration, anticipation, aggression, and left at peace as you return to your hands that are like as you return to your body with hands that are being more uh, loose and accurate than they have at any point before. Going forward, you have advantage, immutable advantage on every attack roll that you make for the duration of
Oh,
the campaign.
yeah. Oh, damn. Mm. Yeah,
And
as
go
yeah,
for it.
no, as he's coming back into like his body, like he was a little angry and not focused on the task at hand. She just kind of reminded him of what he's here to do. Like, so like like in the middle of the fight, like he's still fighting and doing it. He's just gonna start talking and being like, so basically, how are you feeling? You know, this is how we're gonna get this out. How are you feeling? What is the thing that's nagging you at this moment?
That's a Maha question.
Oh, was it? Oh,
Mm-hmm. He trying to counsel you while y'all sparring.
oh,
So what you feeling?
it's it's unexplainable. It's anger. It's frustration. It's sadness. It's I don't I don't know what word to use. And there's so much that's gone on, and I never seem to be able to keep up. And what if it's gonna be the same for my children? I'm always lagging behind from the role that I should be for them.
When it comes to those kids, you will not be alone. You have my aunt. You have Virtuous, and you have me. Raising children is never something to do alone. Your only priority is being the best father you can be at every given moment. Don't worry if you're falling behind or going forward or not going fast enough or going too fast. The rest of us are here for you.
But what even is a father to someone?
For starters, a guide, a standard of what to be.
Do I seem like something that can guide someone? To you, would you follow me?
Followed you to the kitchen. I followed you to here. I will, with this group, I would follow you into any battle, whether it be a mental one, a play one, or a physical one. And it's like are a very powerful individual in who you are, and you've already achieved something no one else has ever done. And your tale is just beginning.
So what is it that you see that I don't within me?
It's like, honestly, you are the most joyful person I think I've met in my entire life. And that joy, it spreads. And even in this fight, we it is still finding the joy in the little things. It was like your excitement in trying to be a dad made me excited to be an uncle.
Well, there is joy in making little soldiers.
Like, if you've made soldiers, you're like, they could be soldiers, they could be scholars, they can be mages. You've given them the opportunity to be great, not only because of who their mother is, but because who their father is.
Thank you.
There is no need to thank me, because when you succeed, I succeed.
Actually, shouldn't we check on them? That might be pretty important. Yes, it has been. We fought on the ship like
Right.
2 hours ago.
Right. Okay. You know what? You're absolutely right. I'm gonna calm this down. Let's let's go check on them. We got this.
And with that, we shall pop back over to um, um, we shall pop back over to Virtuous. Oh wait, no, I'm sorry. We go to Wondox. Wondox is back. Wondox.
Yes, Mr. Wandy.
Oh god. So Wanda just saw everyone just disappear, and I'm like,
So
I'm just gonna go to the room. So Wanda is just walking the halls right now, kind of just like trying to check over the ship.
and um, as you are walking through the halls, you uh, heading towards, like taking your time to head towards your room.
Mm-hmm.
The um, you realize that you're walking through a part of the dog that you have not been through before, which is odd because you're fairly certain that you've walked just about every inch of this thing. Um, Granted, you were moving pretty quickly when you did so, but your memory is pretty spot on most of the time. Say 98% of the time. And this corridor doesn't seem familiar. In fact, the flooring appears like holographic grass, like pseudo grass, augmented reality. It's and the walls begin to resemble a forest. And as you walk further, you come upon a well, and uh, near this well, or at this well, you see a woman uh, churning the wheel as if she's bringing up a bucket. Uh, she looks towards you in this black gown uh, with an ornate train trailing, or trailing behind her.
I
Do
take it I'm not on the ship anymore, and I do believe I'm in the presence of a higher being, if I'm not incorrect.
You are quite perceptive. You know,
It would. Hmm.
uh, Zyve told me that she found the most interesting little boy some time ago, and that he's grown into this amazing young man who's traveling the world and helping people. And I think you fit his description. Could you tell me your name?
My name is Wondox the Wunderkind.
Oh,
He
yes. That
takes.
that is the strange name I do remember. So, Wandox, what brings you to me today?
He stands up and he looks in. He asks, "May I have a seat?"
Of course. And she gestures towards a patch of grass where a table with an umbrella uh, sticking up out of it, draping, basically protecting you from the intense sunlight that is in this area, and two chairs with two cups on saucers. Take a seat.
Uh,
Tell me what is on your mind, young man.
First things first. Thanks for the drink as he grabs it and he starts. He takes one good sip out of it. Then he looks down at the cup and he starts saying, "I joined the clergy to be helpful to people more than my selfish journeys used to take when I was younger and just going about life as such. And now I'm chosen to help a bunch of aspects find their destiny and do good on for the cosmic Corey as he waves his hand and he points to the sky, does a little fiddle with it. But I feel like I'm not doing enough to make sure they don't finish their story before it gets ended abrupt. And I'm worried that that I'm gonna fail in that
You're concerned that you will fail.
them.
Oh, that you will fail them. You're not concerned about failing yourself? About failing my daughter? About failing her children? Or your mother?
Everything I feel like is connected when you say failing everyone. Because that's really what it is now. Just make sure you don't fail everyone. You know? Yeah. You do what you can to get them all where they're supposed to be, but you just don't feel like you're pushing at the right ways to make sure they get what they need. And I wonder that a lot more recently with your daughter, I guess.
Yes, she can be rather short sighted sometimes.
Do do you know of my father?
I do. He's a effective asset, as my daughter puts it. But She did not realize that she was forcing him away from the life that he loved. For all of her talk of freedom, she did not allow him his when it came to what she needed.
I'm I'm trying my best to deal with that choice of hers. I really am, because in my head I want to say it was done for the greater good. But there are just some things I wish she had told me.
I can understand that, and as a mother, I do want to try and defend my daughter by saying that she gets so excited sometimes that she forgets to share details with the people that are most affected by her actions. But that would be sweeping the dirt under the rug, as it were. It's not fair to you that she was so focused on ending our eons long exile so strongly that she took your father from you and hadn't even put it together that she was falling in love with his son. I mean, you look almost exactly like him.
I remember when Mom told me that for the first time.
So, I. What is it? I feel like you want to ask me something.
I need to borrow the mantle of energy.
Borrow.
I
Don't you
feel
want
like
to earn?
yes, I do mean the word earn. I am misspoken.
It's okay. I understand. You don't want to come off as if you are trying to take something from me. I respect that. I appreciate it. But in the world of aspects, and on the subject of mantles, no one does not borrow kindred power. It must be given, and when it is given, it must be harnessed properly. So, how do you intend to harness energy for the purposes of ensuring the success of your allies?
I see the energy as it is, flowing through everything. I I'm looking just to make sure that it always ends in the right hands, in my way. The way I always try to give them the right to freedom, the right to their choices, the right to make mistakes. I just wish that I could give them what they need, the energy they need to make sure they succeed and make sure we succeed in what we need to do. That is what I'm looking for.
Will you be the boundless well that keeps them running when combat goes for too long? When their wells run dry, will you be the one to refill them to keep them going?
I wouldn't be a good leader, if I didn't try.
Okay, it's a good answer. I see what she likes about you.
Appreciate
Now, among your allies is a bearer of my eldest brother's power, space. The one they call Mojo, I believe.
it. We kind of shortened his name. It's a little long, and we didn't want to say the whole long, so we just call him Mojo.
Okay, understood, understood. Okay, the only limitation, I guess, if you could technically, if you can even call it that, is space taxes. So be mindful of that. If space needs your help, you must dig deep in order to supply what is necessary. That is why this well does not end. We all have immense power, but all of our power comes from Azan. Every last one of us. Space is his mantle. It's the only one that can be contained by a mortal, but that mortal has to be of adequate strength. And simply carrying that mantle makes them more than any could hope to achieve without it. Though it does run the potential of burning them out. So
Is he in?
continue.
Is he in danger?
He's not in danger so long as he keeps himself in check and has a good foundation. People that he can turn to when he's feeling overwhelmed. Make sure that you and the other aspects are there in case that happens.
I understand. Well, can I ask one last thing?
Of course.
Do you have anything you want to tell your granddaughters, I guess? Their mom
Granddaughter.
barely just say a word to them, so I would ask you.
Yes. Tell them that they are loved beyond measure, and until we can find a solution for this harbinger creature that my twin so haphazardly invoked with his incessant need to know everything, knowing that everything is impossible to know. They are housed in Jarmado, for their safety. It is one of the few planets in the Umberverse that cannot be accessed very easily by the Harbinger and his forces.
Okay. Make sure to tell them that.
Give them these, and around the cup are three very similar lockets.
Hmm.
Um, and You know by looking at them which one belongs to who.
I'm assuming they're color coordinated.
Yes. Uh, these will allow them to send messages to their mother and receive them in return, but advise them to do so sparingly. It is dangerous work communicating with us from the mortal plane.
I'll make sure they get the message.
Thank you.
I appreciate it.
And I appreciate you. I want so strongly to call you son-in-law, but it's not quite fair yet now, is it?
It feels weird. I'm not gonna lie. It's a lot of weird right now when you really break down what I technically am. You know,
Oh, don't think about it too hard. It's not that. That's
the
not what makes it weird.
okay. Wait, but what makes it weird?
It's just, your life is so short,
I,
comparatively.
I mean, you don't have to point out. It's
It's
just
not that uh, it's not that you won't live long. It's just my daughter is so much older than you.
I mean, let's be real. If it's like no one's as old as y'all, like except for like the family, and like that's even weirder to think about. You know,
Yeah, your stepdaughters are
older
thousands
than
of years
me.
older than you are. Yeah.
Yeah, and I had to call them daughters, and it's even weirder then. You know, like I could be like their great descendant, and it would just make sense.
This is true. My
But
children. Oh, my siblings.
here, it's a weird
Ah,
fact.
yes. My family is so weird with their love of children. And I say that with the utmost respect because you all are grown. And I do acknowledge that. It's just,
It's the age thing. Oh no, it's a lot of numbers. You know,
you're not
let's
even
not worry about
centennial yet.
let's not worry about the turning of the sun around the planet. You know, let's go with where you physically, mentally are. Let's go with
Yeah,
this.
that's better. That's elves date humans. That's a thing, right?
Yeah, yeah. They outlast them.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
Well, most of the time they outlast them. You know, but sometimes death is weird.
yeah. Death is weird for all of you. But anyways, we've talked long enough.
Yeah, you know what? I'm just gonna take this one good sip, and then I'm gonna go back because I got another thing to go do, and I appreciate this chat.
Well, anytime. Just go for a walk.
I always somehow do. And he proceeds to take a proper bow, I guess, toward her as he begins to walk off.
And as you walk off, you step, like as you walk past the trees or walk into the trees, you step back onto the dog directly in front of your door.
Okay, now I gotta do this thing. And he goes into the room and he pulls out the pendant. Well, not a pendant, but it's in the size of a giant medallion pendant,
Yeah, the Matrix.
the Matrix. And he puts it on the chain where his holy symbol would be at. And symbol itself kind of forms around it for a brief second. Because the symbol themselves is like the circle with the heart in the middle. But it goes on top of that. And it kind of just sinks in for a brief second into him.
Mm-hmm.
And then it takes the look, and then it hides itself through the symbol that is his holy symbol. So it's hiding in plain sight, I guess you could say.
Celeron Matrix Online. Good day, Sir Wondox. It has been a long time since your training was complete. Have you decided that you will join the ranks of the Boom God?
Yeah, it's about time we finish that up.
Calibration testing initiated. Would you like to move to somewhere more appropriate for the stress test?
Let's go outside. And Wondox will cast teleportation, and he just ends up out on top.
You think to cast teleportation, and you feel your legs move faster than they normally do, and you end up where you wanted to be at, and your legs are kind of a little wobbly.
Okay, this is why I was trying to teleport, but these things usually get a mind of their own. Let's try this again. And he sees the ground in front of him, and with a 1-2, and he begins to run.
All right. So, um, everyone give me, except for Watbox, everyone give me perception checks, please.
Does that include me who was in the necropolis?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
That's crazy. Wondox, what are you doing?
We will see.
I still have my plus 100. Do I need to roll?
No, you don't
Like,
need to roll. Um, uh, so
Loud.
okay, that was kind of loud, but that's crazy. Um, all right. So, um,
Oh, I was muted. Sir, that's a 16 Constitution out of 15. Put some respect on my name.
Oh,
I
okay.
rolled a
He,
41,
he got
I
a
guess.
he got a 41. I was gonna
alright,
say, I don't think me or Mojo ever dropped War Song. Do I also have that benefit?
um, yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Um,
I mean, you were fighting just a second ago, so I would assume it's still up.
so, uh, um, Zevril, you hear this resounding boom. Aster, Mojo, and Maha are all deafened as the dog rumbles from uh, from Wandox trying to move. What was it, 150 feet?
Oh, that's the you mean the standard speed I have? Sure.
No, I and also question: Are you what level
I
of
can still
armor are
understand.
you wearing, or
Oh, I'm.
are you not you're not
Oh,
wearing
oh,
armor?
oh! You want that? I'm wearing robes. I'm not wearing armor. I have never put on armor. So
Oh my God, Barry.
you can say
Oh
it's
my
me.
goodness, dog.
Okay,
You can say it's the quadruple one if you want to.
Yeah, that's. I mean, it's
He is
going to
literally the Flash right now. That's crazy.
it's literally what so. Uh, there's a resounding boom, and uh,
Begin
the
to
only
run
reason
on air, by
the
the
only
way.
reason you only hear it, Zevril, is because you're in the necropolis, but you hear it.
I heard a boom through dimensions. This man is insane.
Yes, and you because of the time dilation, you actually um, for about a day and a half see a ripple slowly moving across the necropolis.
I probably hear thunder for a day and a half in the necropolis.
Yeah,
No, actually, I hear thunder for months in the necropolis. Actually, that resounding boom goes on for a while, if my understanding of time dilation is correct. I hear that for months.
And it's going slow, like a slow boom.
It just sounds like thunder in my domain. Long lasting.
Thunder bring
Yeah, he's my thunder bringer right now. He
the ring. He
like
starts hearing that song in in his
somewhere
necropolis.
Zeus is doing a whole full body roll.
like if you've ever heard Aboriginal throat singing, it's just that for several
What's
for
funny is I really love Aboriginal throat singing a lot, so I'm actually I love that. So it was just like, huh, okay, something fucking happened.
Don't worry about it.
Like as long as Watham or Matthew aren't freaking the fuck out, or well, oh, right now it would only be It would only be Watham. Matthew no longer has that connection. So yeah, as long as Watham's not freaking out, I don't really care. All of my summons are hitting the body roll from Thunderbringer. Yeah, yep, saw it coming. Yeah, hitting that full body roll.
um, so where are you headed, Mr. Wondox? Are you headed anywhere in particular, or are you just running to run?
It'd be more just to run upward because, dear God, me running through this city, it's already fucking up, and they're gonna hear literally the boom in the upper city and in the lower city.
Yep.
So if I ran anywhere near like civilization, it would be kind of rough. So I'm kind of running toward. In the image, there's a big ass lake
Mm-hmm.
next to the city. I'm kind of just running toward that.
Okay.
Please, God, don't run towards anything important, or we're all going to get a text message from Avril saying, "Come get this man's. Come get your man's."
Um, so you, how long are you running for? That's the question.
Oh God, It's gonna be like the quickest 30 seconds ever because I'm gonna hit the lake, get to the other side of the lake, hit up a little bit on the ground, and run right back. Just to really get it out the way because it's been so long since I've ran in these legs. The reason why I'm mostly walking everywhere.
So, with your base speed from Celeron and Freedom, 30 seconds is enough to lap the planet twice.
Sure, let's say I left the planet once. Let's say that.
Okay.
So I ran by, waited at vampires, kept running, ran past a dragon, ran running, hit up some landmarks. That's cool.
You guys remember
Ra-
that the Metro Man montage, the Metro Man scene at the beginning of Megamind?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that's effectively what Wanda was able to achieve in this moment. Um,
Do I see a Leviathan as I run across the planet? Kicks and giggles at Sweaty Lamel.
yeah. You talking about the
The big ass that serpent that's inside of a water. That's inside of.
yes, yeah. You see the Leviathan that's never been seen by mortal eyes before because you're moving fast enough to differentiate it from the water around it.
Hmm. Okay. Just just asking what I run by, and they're like, "What the fuck?" Does anything opposes me running around the planet? That's the real question.
Um,
In the 15 seconds.
in the 15 seconds, your speed stuttered for about 100 feet. Um, but it was not. Uh, it was you ran through some terrain that was supposed to be difficult, like magically difficult.
No.
Um, but uh,
With freedom, no.
yeah, it just you notice there's some bramble thorns on your pant legs when
Ugh.
you get back to the dog.
I dust that off. Ugh, get that off. Wait, do I recognize? Do I remember what's continent it would have been on?
Uh, the continent
The
the
bramble would have
terrain?
came from.
Yeah.
Because again, I
um,
know it's not a. Because trying to figure out a city through all that speed would have been hell on earth. I'm just like, do I know
yeah.
the continent bare minimum?
Yes, yeah. It's Centes.
Ah, okay, that makes sense. Okay, well, so around Dinoxus, how we looking?
Um, there's math that needs to be done. My brain said words, and I was like, okay.
Oh yeah. By the way, I do not land on top of the airship. I kind of like I run and I stop right above it, like about a good few 100 feet over it, as I skywalk like over the city.
Mhm.
So that way I don't, bring the sonic boom that would come after me at the damn ship on the
Yeah.
moon. So I try my best to keep it at a good distance. Like let's say a good,
I've
because I could be a mile above the surface, right? Is that
yes.
be a good spot? Like a mile? Yeah, a
Yeah,
mile.
that's solid. That's
Okay.
solid. Um, maximum speed registered at 88,272 miles per second.
I think I didn't even cast haste. And I proceed to fall in from the clouds down to the surface
Katrina Kin is wild.
as I try to see if I can dodge the shockwave that would have came right afterwards. As I just let myself fall down to the ship below me
All right.
and cast float on myself so that way I don't, crash into the ship.
This is fair. Um, so everyone heard the resounding boom, uh, and does anyone go to investigate, or is everyone just kind of disoriented from the deafening? And Everything else.
Probably
Aster is
fade
there
out. No mind.
physically.
Look, if Watham doesn't say anything, I'm not moving. Like, that's going to be one of those moments where I'm working and I'm going to hear the thunder and I'm going to go, Watham?
Pause.
Uh,
Pause.
What?
Pause.
What?
Pause.
What?
Yeah, here, boss. Yeah, come here, boss. Boss, Daniel. Hello, let's go. Something's going on, boss. I'm scared, boss. I can't hear. Where are you? Boss. Boss, are you alright? Did something happen?
I'm literally inside you right now.
Boss.
Wait.
That's a wild statement.
I hate you guys. That's why I said wait. God damn it, that's on stream. I hate you.
It's fine. You're just entitled.
Yeah.
Question. How much time has passed between me going down into the necropolis and him doing this? At least like an hour?
Yeah, roughly.
So I've been there for about 2.5 years. Got it. Cool. I will leave depending on the answer to this question. In 2.5 years, it's a 2-part question.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's not. It's a 1-part question. In 2.5 years, would I have been able to create 1 or more new damage types?
Oh, so you went straight.
I told you I meant contingency plan.
You went straight Iron Man 2. Okay.
Yeah, yes! I meant what I meant. I said this will never happen again. This man said, "Oh, you look, he's resistant to all. You do almost all of them. He's resistant to the majority. All right, bet, fine. I'm gonna make sure I do all of them, and then I'm gonna make new ones. Fuck this guy. I'm prepared. Nah. That PTSD immediately. The next time I see one of these, I'm gonna be excited. So I was literally gonna say, hold on, let me test something out, guys." But just yes or no to that first part. Would I have had the ability to, before I tell you what, would that be something that is possible?
Yes.
Go to your DMs. Those are the 3 that I am playing with. You will very obviously see that there is one, and the reason why it's all a secret, that I care more about than any other. And the explanation is at the bottom if you want to just skip down. And then the other 2 are 2 that I'm just really attracted to the idea of fucking with, because it adds utility to a damage type in a different way. So yeah.
Okay.
If you want to say no to the first one, I understand. But it's the other 2 that I care the most about. Because the first one is a concept.
Okay.
For the listeners, I'll say the concept. The one he's likely to say no to is void damage, which would be an upgrade from true damage. And if that's the one I'm sharing with you, what could possibly the ones I'm keeping secret? Oh my gosh.
All right, so many luck rolls for you, sir.
Okay, what you need? How many? What's going on? What's the DC?
Let me get 3 luck rolls for you, sir.
Oh, is it like 1 for each one?
Yes, sir.
Okay. What's the number that I need to get?
Roll and I'll let you know. Because
It's the first one that I don't care about, though. Like, I'm willing to sacrifice that roll for the last one. Like, if there's a chance that I might not get the last one, that hurts me the most. I'm willing to sacrifice both of them for the last one. Like,
Roll them.
all right,
Guys.
all right.
Yeah, you put your foot in, now you live it.
Check it all about.
Here's a 17. There's your first roll. The second roll is a 7. See, and the third one. It's this third one. It's this third one. Can I use an inspiration? Can I use an inspiration? Hey,
Nah, this
no
is a
one
luck roll.
asked you. It's
This is a
between
luck
me
roll, sir.
and my DM.
It's
Y'all
luck
shut
roll.
up. Y'all be quiet. Mr. DM,
It's
sir. Mr. DM, please.
It's a luck roll.
a
Fuck!
luck roll.
It's an 8.
So I would like to learn Euclidean.
Can I use my luck on a luck roll? Can I use my luck on a luck roll? Oh, there's something I didn't. There's something. Can I use my luck on a luck roll?
You can use a luck.
Okay, well, first things first, I have to do those D20. Okay, 1. What the fuck?
I think you've got the eye.
One, 2, 3. Okay, all of my portent rolls are shit. All right, so here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna use the luck on one of them right here. We're gonna try to maximize this as best as we can. This is Zevril we're talking about here. All right. So re-roll the 7 and get a 13, and we'll swap the 8 for a 16. So it's 7, 13, 16. Or 17, 13, 16. Sorry.
Okay. So
Even though I only want one of them, I feel like I'm not going to get the one that I fucking want now.
you said 17, 13, 16, correct?
Yes.
All right. So with the 17, I need you to roll me a d4.
Acid is rust? No, sir. Why would I upgrade acid to rust? That just sounds disgusting.
That
That's a
is
4.
the upgrade
Should I?
that Soul created, sir.
Oh, well. That's. So rust damage is a thing? I need to be adding that to the list?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll add rust damage to the list. Good to know. Good to know.
Yeah, that's the upgrade of acid. I remember.
Is this one of those moments where because I exploded, I need to roll again?
Oh, you rolled a 4?
Yeah.
No, you don't need to. You don't need to roll again.
Okay.
Well, yeah, no, go roll. Go ahead, roll again.
Roll again? Okay.
Roll one more time.
3.
Okay.
Here's the man-made monster.
Oh, so it goes
You've got prosthetic.
poison, venom, acid, rust. That explains why you were confused about that.
No, I said acid.
Not
could have
you.
been
Not
for- oh,
you. I am not
Also-
you.
but
I reorganized the list. Okay, go ahead.
So, while trying to create void, you had to replace your legs.
I'm sorry. My bad. Can you start over? I'm sorry. I'm just totally busted in my room. I missed all of that.
Run that back.
While trying to create void, you had to replace both of your legs.
While trying to do what? What?
Create void while trying to harness void damage. You ended up losing your original legs.
Regeneration. They're not my original. First of all, they're not my original legs. My legs have been regenerated twice. These are not my original. I've lost all of my limbs twice.
Shame on you.
Once by my own teammate, and once by my own stupidity.
Okay. So
These are not my original limbs.
Okay, so you know how force damage is like kinetic energy, and true damage is like soul energy. Void damage.
Yeah, I want this to be the opposite of that.
Void void damage is phantom energy.
Yep.
You know how when people lose a limb, they have phantom pains?
I divided my legs by 0.
Yeah.
That's
The
genuinely hilarious. That's a new experience of pain. I mean, hey, when making new damage types, you have to experience new damage pains. That's for sure.
Tell me he's like floating right now because he has a floating device because he does a stump.
because he's as like because his prosthetics are as advanced as they are, he he has functional legs. It's just he cannot perceive his legs anymore. Like his legs
Oh
technically
wait, they don't regenerate? My legs won't regen?
no. You destroyed your legs. Like on
Oh,
a
that's crazy. Oh, that's crazy.
He's Lego
I
less.
destroyed both of my legs in that moment.
Put him in
That's
the chair,
wild.
Charles.
yeah, so like you don't even have the phantom limb.
Okay, yeah, no, I would have immediately. I have 2 prosthetic. This is so funny. His brother has a prosthetic arm, and now he has 2 prosthetic legs. That's fucking crazy.
Um
He would make legs that look exactly like his old legs, so he doesn't so he gets self-conscious about it.
so the 13 I'm presuming was for damage type number 2.
Yes, 13 was for damage
You
knight
people
number
and your secrets.
2.
Oh my goodness.
Okay. So
I lost my leg. Wait, hold on. Wait. Pause. Wait. Wait.
Consequences
I
for your
lost my
actions.
legs making void. um
You feeling no consequences for your actions?
It's not for this one that I feel the consequences from. It's the consequences for this one that I don't care about. It's the consequences for the one that I want the most that I care about.
Nah.
But all right, we're here now. Go ahead. It's not 2 that I care about. Go ahead. Go for 2. It's 3 that I'm freaking out about right now.
For 2, I need you to roll me a d10.
A D10. Okay.
You lose a lung.
You breathe
Oh, I
half as
have
efficiently.
so many of those on standby. That's not even funny. A 4.
A 4. So for the next 4 days, well, for like planar days.
Meaning overworld days.
Yes, meaning you can
Yeah.
annihilate this. You can only take a single action per turn.
Not even with haste. Not even with haste.
Haste will give you 2.
Okay. I got you, brother. Don't worry.
Shrug. I mean, it makes sense, but he's just gonna be like, he's gonna take that one and go, yeah, I'm definitely gonna try for the 3rd now. That could have been worse. Like that was the one he was just like, this could go bad, but I don't care about the consequences.
Try for the 3rd type now.
Yeah, totally trying for the 3rd.
Okay.
What is the second one called? Are we gonna reveal that information? Be fickle about it.
Should I?
It hasn't been perfected yet. No, we're gonna keep that one.
Okay. Oh, it hasn't been perfected. That's it not being perfected. That's hilarious. Okay, that's fun. So it's prototype damage. I'll take that.
Yeah. And then you said a 6.
Don't yell at me.
This one, correct?
Uh huh.
Give me a D100.
Oh, it's like that?
Mm-hmm.
It's like that. Okay. Avi, please bless me. Can I use the luck?
No, not for this.
That is a 31.
Okay. And you typically are looking for high results, correct? Like you consider higher numbers to be your success range?
I'm
He has.
typically, if you want me to actually answer that question honestly, I'm typically looking for even numbers or numbers that end with 5. You want me to actually answer that?
That's fair.
Yeah, you still failed. So
Yeah. Bleh.
I realize, but yeah, that's the answer to that question. It's not highs. It's just when you ask for highs or lows, I'm gonna say highs.
Okay. So.
Did I die again?
You have you have reversed your vulnerability.
To what? To those? Wait, no, don't tell me I flopped those 2. That would be really fucking funny. Do not tell me I just flopped that specifically. No, I'm about to send you a DM. Oh my god.
that was funny.
Did I just flip those 2? Am I now? Is that reversed?
Yes.
That's actually really funny, poetic for what I'm trying to do. That's I take all consequences. I take all consequences.
What is he
That's
now? Weak to
perfectly fine.
necrotic over radiant now?
My guy having a hearty belly laugh at Zevril's expense. Yes, I am.
That is
No, the dice are trying to tell a story, and I'm with it. No. The dice are cooking right now, and I'm here for it. Cause no, that means I'm going the route that I talked about with you. We doing that.
Okay. So, so the only damage that you were capable of locking down
is the one I didn't fucking care about.
Yeah, unfortunately. You needed a 19 or a 20 to get type 3.
Which is why I asked if I could just combine all those rolls for the last one. I didn't want the other 2. I lost my legs over the one I didn't give a shit at. I lost my legs. Granted, I feel like
man can be boy though, so that's whatever.
For now, of the damages that I made, that is pretty useful damage type that I've made.
Damage type that cannot be resisted by anything because it didn't exist before.
Oh man, how can I resist void damage?
So
Yeah, that's fine. Wait, does that mean for funsies' sake, can we change that thingy thing? I'm gonna. Can we change that to that?
It's all started because you're gonna move.
Because for that reason.
Yes, Mr. Sternritter, you can do that.
Thank you. That's a pretty simple reason. You can laugh if you want to. That's a straightforward reason.
I understand, wholeheartedly, because that is kind of necessary at this point. And before we end, we will check back in with the Vyrtuous, as Wondox is largely fine. He lands back on the top of the dog, knowing that his maximum speed is
not fast enough.
Obscene, sir.
Not fast enough.
Do you want to know? You want to know how many feet you can move it around, sir? Do you want to know?
Sir, can I go back in time, Marty McFly style? Then I don't want to hear it. Until I can go Barry Allen back in time, I don't want to hear it.
Okay, So 520 million feet per round is not.
Huh?
It's not. That's you don't care about that. 'Cause,
No, I want to go back in time, Barry
Yeah,
Allen style.
yeah.
And I know the way.
Yeah, lapping the world just isn't enough for
Yeah. Now you can.
yeah.
Thirst. Fucking before I punch you in the face. I will do the injustice super on you. Do not tip.
So is he just immune to opportunity attacks too? Can that just not happen?
um.
Oh
Do
no, you
the
snuck up on me.
yeah like you
Can
can.
actions happen on his turn?
I was about to say, can you perceive him fast enough to hit him with an opportunity attack? Like you're
Yeah,
swinging at an
well,
after images after images after image.
No. What I mean is, can anything even happen on his turn? He's doing 6 seconds in a millisecond. Like his turn legally is not 6 seconds.
Let's
I mean, he does basically take his turn whenever he has been very chill about not abusing the aspect of freedom, but like
yeah,
he can do that already if I understand
yeah.
correctly.
That's like
Like
legitimately speaking. If Wondox just got a ×4 speed boost from putting on the Matrix, he already
Right.
had hundreds of millions of movement, hundreds. He already had. I believe it was.
Yeah, you guys gave me a number, but like no one gave me the real number.
Let me go look at where I was at. Let me go look at the number we were at.
Yeah,
Because
go pull that up. But Virtuous, we do need to check in on you with your revelry because uh, you've been in Manton and Valhalla for the last hour and a half.
Oh, where?
I said what I said.
Oh.
Um,
Oh, there's a puppy there.
There's a puppy there apparently in Manson Valhalla.
um,
No, I stepped on one.
and how did you enjoy the revelry?
Vert at this point probably looked a little different, slightly transformed into a more agile kind of feline form. But at this point, he was shifting back to himself, walking back normal, stretching. Uh, that was great, actually. Very enjoyable. But question, he held up a finger. Why me and not Kuran? I mean, if he's your descendant, it seems like all of this would have been better suited for him.
He needs someone among the living to show him the way to travel here, to reach back and connect. He was raised away from us and has no thread to follow. You wandered here on a whim.
Probably thanks to Aster, considering what happened in the Necropolis. But I, I think I understand. I can help with that, if that is what you want from me.
Become his new family. Show him what it means to be Mantanin.
Huh. He was looking at his hand, which was still a claw at this point, and slowly nodded. Then it'll be done.
May Vyogan cover you in your travels and guide your hand when you strike.
He would give that same Manton bow, or genuflection.
Go in peace, guardian of the stars.
Lifting his head a little higher, again resisting the urge to levitate. With a smirk, he would teleport back to the dog.
And so, Maha, you would immediately sense Virtuous returning to the dog. And where would you like? Would you teleport back to the cafeteria? Or would you head to your room? Where are you going?
He would teleport back to his room, see it completely decimated by a thunderstep. He knew it was a thunderstep because he knew this guy by now.
Oh yeah, there would be another thunderstep the moment it is ruined.
He was putting everything back together and it immediately went flying again.
Without a second thought.
Does he
Just
hear,
locked all over the place.
does he hear the boom?
Is it still rolling through the air? Because if not, then no. Aster, though, was staring at Wondox right now. Like, Aster actually looks shocked, and Aster's not used to being surprised. So if even for Aster, this is a surprising thing.
Okay.
So, you, Virtuous, would hear the secondary rumble of Wondox's return. Um, but because of how far away he stopped in the air, it really is just a rattling of the dog. Um, and then you would be able to feel um, um, you would have been able to feel Wandox's presence step on, like landing on top of the ship.
Hmm.
You, for the remainder of the campaign, have blind sight 2,000 feet.
Blind sight 2,000 feet.
Meaning, it, there is no way that you cannot perceive the immediate 2,000 feet around you.
Is it based on my specific vision, or is it like a circumference around me?
It's vibrational radiance.
Oh.
Now, my question is that because there's two types of blind sight.
Mm-hmm.
There is one that is similar to echolocation, uh, which is the one that allows you to see alongside flying creatures that move. But of course, that wouldn't affect creatures that do not make sound. And then there is, of course, the one that is very similar to tremor sense, where they're not specific. They're in the ground, and you can feel the vibrations of them in the ground, but only on the top level. So is it a full, like, you see what I'm trying to say?
There is a 2,000-foot sphere around that's centered on Virtuos that allows him to detect any movement within that space.
Gotcha.
Like,
As Vert
to the
is like
square
opening
foot.
his mouth to speak to Maha, he would hear Asterisk's voice in the back of his mind. You have returned, and you have changed. Oh, yeah. So I did what you said. I went for a walk, and maybe ran into a celestial being uh, who offered me a mantle. of endurance. There was a lot of fighting. Things kind of got a little muddled, but yeah. And you speak so cavalier about it. This is a blessing. I mean, yeah. What do you expect me to do? Like sit there and meditate on it for days? I don't know. I just went for a walk. It was great. Virtuous. This is a major change, both in yourself and in your future. And hold on, Aster. Is that envy I sense? There'd be kind of a pause. I do not feel such things. I are you jealous? Virtuous. If anything, I am frustrated. You are constantly taking for granted the gifts you are given. Even simply the gift of being, of walking, of moving, of being present. Virtuous would kind of like pause for a moment. Think about that. I don't take it for granted. This is just what life is. People, it, it's normal for me, and you shouldn't be that frustrated. I mean, I'm sure it's nice being a voice in people's heads. You there was a like Virtuous could actually feel a sort of feedback, a sense of anger or frustration. Our body is shared. Both of us are meant to walk this surface. Yeah, well, that's not how it turned out, is it? And I'm not being rude or anything, but you wouldn't even know what to do if you were out here. You'd probably just sit around meditating all day anyway. I was granted this mantle. I am appreciative of it, and I'll do what I can, but you act like you could do a better job than me. There'd be another pause. Perhaps I shall.
And if that is how
And
you feel, Dream Spirit Asterisk, I am looking for a new mantle bearer. How do you think you would fare carrying protection on my behalf?
did both of them hear that?
Yes.
Aster? Aster, who is that? I do not know.
Oh, you
Maybe we
warned
should.
me, Dream Spirit. I thought you knew everything there was to know about the aspects and their mental grantors. It is I, Ian Shea, the Vigil. Do you not know me?
Aster? A- Asters would actually separate from Virtuos, creating a sort of wall between them. And facing Ian Shade directly, you honor me with your presence. I do know you.
Then answer my question.
You could hear Virtuosa's kind of yelling, kind of muted. You would have me wield the mantle when I have no body of my own to properly utilize it. Can one being truly handle two?
One being can handle two. But don't dare insult me by thinking I would bestow protection on one who has no form to carry it with. And do not presume that I am so weak that I could not grant you a form to walk with. If that is what you wish, it will be part of our bargain. But know this, carrying my mantle means upholding my tenets. And if you fail, as my last holder did, I will take from you what I took from him.
Then it is simple. I will not fail. By my nature, I protect and preserve. This mantle will fit me as easily as a mortal may breathe.
Then it sounds like we have a deal. A pleasure, Asterisk. Let's see how Vyrtuous fares when your counsel is not in the back of his mind, but staring him in the face. Protect them, guide them, aid them with your eons of knowledge, and you will be rewarded should they succeed. The Umberverse depends on you, more so than any. Do not fail us.
Aster wouldn't bow or anything of the sort, but he would give us sort of astral genuflection, the greatest sign of respect that he could muster.
And with that, uh, you could, or rather, the oppressive presence of Ian Shea is lifted off of the shoulders of Virtuos, and he is now able, for the first time, to look who was once his dream spirit, Asterisk, in the face. A face of flesh and blood, one not too different from his own.
Vert would take a step back. Uh, Aster? Aster was standing there, his back both to him and Maha. He was looking at his hands, looking at his own body. He took a moment to glance back at Virtuos, and with a smile, he vanished. Aster, wait! Come! I, I can't feel him. I can't feel. I'm. He would look around, look at Maha, look back around his room, which suddenly just felt so empty.
Take a deep
I
breath. I take a very deep breath. I'm very sure good enough. I'm very sure that you can find him. concentrate.
Even though he tried to concentrate, he was so shaken by this. Even his tattoos, which normally were golds, were like this dull blue-ish. I, I don't think he wants to be found.
And with
That's
that,
fair.
we shall end tonight's episode of Aspects and Envoys. If you enjoyed tonight's stream, please consider hitting that like button, pressing the subscribe button, and hitting the bell notification to get notified whenever we do anything here on the channel. As usual, I have been your host, Soulsym Mirak, and with us this evening was Zevril.
Oh man, I gotta go clothes shopping. Gotta go buy a new car. Gotta repaint my room. Everything's about to change.
Wondox.
I'm fast as fuck, boy.
Maha.
Finding a new. I voice cracked. I don't even want to go anymore. Through at the moment.
Big Maha.
This doesn't have the same energy now.
Big shout out to Prince Mojo, who has retired for the evening. And last, but most assuredly never least, Vyrtuous.
He lost his voice. I lost myself.
We'll be back next week with another episode. But until then, until next time, stay safe, stay blessed, and have a wonderful evening, everyone. Good night.